Hello everyone, my name is Ms. Disha Udani and let's continue with our human resource management subject. Today we are going to see process of human resource planning. Okay, so as we discussed in last lecture, what is human resource planning? It is nothing but deciding what kind of human resource we are going to need in future and making plans and organizing the events accordingly so that we can hire the best possible human resource that we are going to need in our future. Okay, so today let's study what is human resource planning. Job design, job analysis, job description, job application of an organization helps the human resource manager to know the types and number of jobs available. Strategies and strategic plans also serve as basis of human resource planning. Okay, so if we see human resource planning, what we are doing, we are deciding what kind of human resource we want. So in that there comes many steps such as job design, job analysis, job description, job application. Okay, so these things are done in this planning. These are different steps that happen in HR planning. Okay, so what do? They help in getting us the best idea about what kind of human resource we want in an organization. Okay, so what it is going ahead, let's study. Top management formulates corporate level plans based on a corporate philosophy, policy, vision, and mission. The HRM role is to raise the broad and policy issues relating to human resource. The HR issues are related to employment policy, HRD policies, remuneration policy, etc. The HR department prepares HR strategies, objectives, and policies consistent with company strategies. So, in HR planning, what we are doing is looking overall goals and overall plans of corporate or of the organization, and then deciding accordingly that what things we are going to require for HR. Example, we want to grow our business from 10 employee from let's say production of 10,000 goods per month to 20,000 goods per month. Okay, so this is the goal of a company, whole company. So what is the work of HR department over here? The work of HR department is to see that for extra 10,000 goods produced per month, how much human resource we are going to require more, how many people we are going to recruit. After that, how much remuneration is going to go for these people. After that, what kind of HRD policies should also happen, means HRD policies means human resource development policies, means what kind of training and development is needed in the human resource we have, or how can we develop a human resource that we already have. Okay, so these all comes under human resource planning. Okay, so let's study step by step the process of human resource planning in IT industry. First is job analysis, second is job description, and third is job specification. Okay, job analysis, procurement or obtaining necessary resources is the first operative function of personnel management, which can be subdivided into various sub-functions like human resource planning, recruitment, and selection. Management should determine the kind of personnel requirement for a job and the number of personnel to be employed. The organization should find out the right man for the right job at the right time. The knowledge of the job is essential to perform these functions. So job analysis means what? We are analyzing what kind of job is available in the organization. Okay, where does the people lack, where do we need more HR, what kind of work the HR has to do, who is going to reply, or who is going to report this HR. Okay, that the new employee that are going to come in the organization, to whom they are going to report, what kind of duties they are going to have, what kind of responsibilities they are going to have, what kind of remuneration they are going to have. This all planning is nothing but job analysis. Okay, in job analysis, the US Department of Labor defines job analysis as the process of determining by observation and study and reporting pertinent information relating to the nature of specific job. It is a determination of the task which compromise the job and which compromises the job and of the skills, knowledge, abilities, and responsibilities required of the worker of successful performance and which differentiate one job from another. Okay, according to US Department of Labor, this is the process of determining. Determining means what? We are deciding what kind of job is available, what kind of skills and qualities does the human resource for that place is required, After that, why is this different than any other place that we have in our organization? Example, let's say, why is line manager different than the HR manager, or why is the HR manager required when there is already a line manager? Okay, what are different things that are needed to satisfy the job or satisfy the workload that is going to be created or has been created in the organization. Okay, let's study another meaning, another definition also. Job analysis in human resource management refers to the process of identifying and determining the duties, responsibilities, and specifications of given job. It encompasses the collection of data required to put together a job description that will attract the right person to fill in the role. Job analysis in HRM helps to establish the level of experience, qualification, skills, and knowledge needed to perform a job successfully. Okay, so job analysis is what? It's a process of deciding, it is a process of identifying and determining. Okay, here we are just deciding, we are not putting anything, we are just planning, we are just thinking over here. Okay, what are we thinking, what are we determining? The duties, the responsibilities for a specific job that is available in the organization. Okay, another thing that that we are deciding is what kind of person we need, what kind of qualifications we need from that person, what kind of abilities we need from that person, what kind of skills we need from that person. This all deciding is nothing but job analysis. Okay, so let's study the process of job analysis ahead. Okay, the first one is strategies. Strategies of a company are the basis for any organizational activities, including job analysis. If the strategy implementation needs innovative skills and autonomy, they should be included in the job analysis. Okay, strategies means what kind of techniques does an organization use, what kind of strategies the organization has, what kind of goals organization has. So whatever goals organization has, according to that the human resource will be adapted. Okay, example, we want to develop a product in our organization. We are working with currently we are producing pens. Okay, but we want to launch a different kind of pen, and we do not have people sufficient or human resource that would be able to fill that place, or we don't have currently the human resource that can do this work. Okay, so here in HR planning, what are we doing? We are looking for a person who can develop a pen, who has creative skills, who has knowledge of technological skills, who knows what is currently in the market and how that can be developed. Okay, so here what is HR planning or what is job analysis? Here, that we are deciding what kind of human resource we require. That person should be creative, that person should have knowledge about the chemicals that are used during the production of a pen. After that, that person should have a knowledge about how the pen, if the pen is launched according to his design, will that pen be useful, will that pen be easy to use, and will that pen give an extra demand, or will that pen be successful in the market? Okay, so in research department, we look for not just creative people but knowledgeful people also. Okay, so this is strategy, deciding what in where place we need a human resource and what kind of skills that human resource is going to require. Next is collection of background information. Background information consists of organization charts, class specification, and existing job descriptions. Organization charts show the relation of the job with other jobs in overall organizations. Class specifications describe the general requirement of a class of the job to which the particular job belongs. The existing job description provides a good starting point for job analysis. Okay, so next is collection of background information. So in first step, we decided that we need a person in research department. Okay, and second point, we are going to see what we are going to collect the background information that is required for that organization. Okay, or for that place. What kind of background information we are going to collect? First is organization charts. What does organization chart mean? Organization charts show the relation of the job with other jobs in an overall organization. Okay, in organization chart, we are going to see how that job is related to other jobs that are currently available in the organization. Example, who is going to research department HR, which we are going to hire, report to? Okay, who will be his manager or who will be his subordinates? We are going to decide this through organization charts. Okay, Next is class specification. Class specification describes the general requirement of the class of job to which in this particular job belongs. Okay, in class specification, what are we deciding? What kind of person we want, what kind of class is this job? Is this the blue collar or is this the white collar? What do you mean by blue collar job and white collar job? Blue collar job means the laborers that are doing actual production work. Okay, and white collar jobs means those are educated and are managers or are controlling these people. Okay, or are making organization, doing organizing and staffing and planning work for these people. Okay, so in this we are collecting the background. If we hire a research person, so who is going to report, who will be under him, what kind of a job, what kind of place that position will have in overall organization, what kind of person we need for that organization. We are just collecting the background information for here. Okay, next is selection of representative position to be analyzed. It would be too difficult and too time consuming to analyze all the jobs, so the job analyst has to select some representative position in order to analyze them. Okay, so if there are 100 different let's study properly. Suppose you are starting an organization, so you require many different people. Okay, you need managers, you need blue collar workers, you need a CEO, you need HR manager. These are lot of different things that you require at a time. So looking all of them at a time is time consuming. So selecting what we want to do, how is going to that how is that role important, which role is more important, which role is less important, how we can hire one person and give the responsibility rest to that, so that the workload of a person reduces. This all is done by selecting a representative position which is to be analyzed. Okay, means I'll select first a manager position. I'll analyze what kind of manager our company requires and whatever are the needs and demands for that position, and what are the duties and responsibilities that manager has to perform, and then accordingly that person will be doing his own work. Okay, so here what we are doing is selecting the representative position that is to be analyzed. Okay, next is collection of job analysis data. This step involves actually analyzing a job by collecting data on features of job, required employee behavior and human requirements. Okay, collection of job analysis data means what? We are actually starting to collect the information. Okay, how are we collecting? We are doing different kinds of interviews and other things. Okay, so why do we collect the job information or job analysis data? To know that what exact position is lacking, what exact requirements are there for that place that we are have missing in our organization. Okay, let's continue example of research. We want a person in a research to do research ahead. Okay, so we give different kind of forms or we take interviews of the CEOs of the organization or the higher level managers of the organization to see whether what kind of job data, what kind of exact qualities or what kind of exact responsibilities the research person or the person we are looking for needs to have. Okay, we are collecting here data so that we can exactly know what are the requirements of the company. Okay, next would be developing a job description. Okay, this step involves describing the contents of the job in terms of functions, duties, responsibilities, operations, etc. Okay, after collecting all the data, what kind of duties a person has to perform, what kind of skill sets the person has to perform, we are now developing the job description. Okay, here we are describing the job. Okay, description of job means what? We are deciding, we are telling that this would be the responsibilities, this would be the duties, these things would be needed to be done by the personnel who is going to acquire the place or who is going to be selected in that place. Okay, next, developing a job specification. This step involves conversion of job description statements into job specification. Job specification or job requirements describe the personal qualities, traits, skills, knowledge and background necessary for getting the job done. So next, after describing what kind of job it is, now we'll give job specifications. Job specifications means what? Job specifications means telling what kind of person we want. Okay, job description means what? We are telling what kind of duties are going to be there In job specifications, we are telling what kind of person we want, what should be his education level, what mental skills he should have, what physical skills he or she should be having, what traits that person should be having, what background is necessary for that person, so that he or she is eligible for that position. Okay, and last but not the least, developing employee specification. The final step involves a conversion of specifications of human qualities under job specification into employee specification. Employee specification describes physical qualification, educational qualification, experience, etc., which specify the candidate with these qualities processes in the minimum human qualities listed in the job specification. Okay, job specification is an overall thing. Okay, we are going to require these kind of people, but in employee specification, for that particular post, what things are required, for another particular post, what things are going to be required for the organization. That is nothing but developing of employee specification. Okay, this process of job analysis. Let's study techniques of data collection for job analysis. Okay, we saw the point in process of job analysis of that collection of job analysis data. So here we'll study the process or the techniques of data collection for job analysis. Okay, so the first is interview. Okay, the interview means what? We are interviewing the people in the organization and asking them what kind of person or what kind of jobs qualities that person is going to require. Okay, the interviewer collects accurate and complete data and information by creating a favorable attitude among the employees and supervisors. Okay, in this interview what we are doing, we are asking higher level management, we are asking CEOs, if we are going to require a research person, what kind of qualities you want from that person, or what should be the job specification, what should be the job description for that particular particular place and particular employee that we are looking for in our future. Okay, next would be direct observation. Direct observation is particularly useful in jobs that consist primarily of observable physical activity like draftsmen, mechanics, and computer programmers, etc. Indirect observation means what? We are observing what kind of work people do in the organization. Example, we already have 10 engineers in our organization, but we are lacking 2-3 more. Okay, so what we do, we observe these 10 engineers, we see what kind of skill sets they have, we see what kind of you can say qualification they have, and then accordingly plan about what kind of engineers we need in an organization. Okay, next would be maintenance of log records. Log records means what? Whatever work that has been done in the organization, maintenance of that. Okay, workers maintain daily record of activities they do on that day. This information provides comprehensive job information. This is useful when it is supplemented with subsequent interviews. Okay, maintenance of log records means what? In this, we every day the person or the workers in the organization write or fill the information about what work they have done on their daily basis. Okay, so that records tell us what kind of work these people in the organization do, and accordingly we can study their work, what they do in daily basis, and then we can think about what kind of human resource we require in the organization. Okay, last is questionnaire. Questionnaire means what? Giving questions to people in the organization to fill, so that they to answer or to fill that questionnaire, so that we can know what exact human resource we want in the organization. Okay, many companies use job analysis questionnaires to secure job information relating to typical duties, tasks, tools, equipments, etc. In questionnaire, what we are doing, we are already existing people, we are asking them, if you want a more employee, what kind of skill sets do you want? Answer these 10 questions. Okay, we are giving the different kind of forms to fill, so that we know what exactly duties that are required in the organization, we get that. Okay, these all are 4 different types, and these all can be used at a time, or depending upon the situation they can be used. Okay, questionnaires are direct and small questions. You do not know in detail what exactly the front person has to suggest you. Okay, so questionnaire comes where there is not much of a creative work required, or where there is just a blue collar work required. Okay, So let's next study job description. Let's continue with job description. Job description is an important document which is basically descriptive in nature and contains a statement of job analysis. It serves to identify a job consideration by other job analysis. It tells us what should be done and why it should be done and where it should be performed. Okay. Job description means what? We are describing the job that is available in the organization. Okay. Here, what are we doing? We are describing the job that we need an engineer who should be a fresher or who should have experience of 5 years or 2 years or whatever number of years that is according to the organization. Okay, here what are we doing? We are describing a job so that the people who are willing to get a job will see that description, will read that description and decide by themselves that whether they are eligible for this job or not. Here what are we doing? We are deciding, or we are telling the things that are required for the job, that require the person of the, or the person who is interested to come and give interview or have the job should have. Okay, here we are describing job rather than describing the human resource. Okay, next is purpose of job description. The main purpose of job description is to collect job related data in order to advertise for a particular job. It helps in attracting, targeting, recruiting and selecting the right candidate for the right job. Okay, the first purpose for job description is what? To find the right people. Okay, we collect all the information about the position that is vacant in the organization so that we put that in our advertisement and we find the right kind of person that we need for the organization, so that the people, when the people will read the ad or see through the ad, they will know that whether they are eligible for that job or not. Okay, next is, it is done to determine what needs to be delivered in that particular job. Okay, it clarifies what employees are supposed to do if selected for that particular job opening. Okay, and second, another thing is, it gives the things that it gives about the duties that a person has to perform. Okay, here what we are doing here, while telling the jobs description, we are telling what kind of quality sets are required for that person to have, what kind of duties that person is going to has to fulfill if that person applies for that job. Okay, if suppose an ex person gives an interview, so before giving an interview he knows what kind of duties, what kind of responsibilities he needs to fulfill in order to have that job, or if he gets selected in that job. Okay, next is, it gives recruiting staff a clear view what kind of candidate is required by a particular department or division to perform a specific task or job. The recruiting staff means what? The people who are going to take an interview. This job description statement would tell them exactly what kind of human resource we are looking for, what kind of qualities that they should be looking. No, sorry. What kind of skill sets are given in the organization, are required by the organization, and then the recruiting agency or the interviewers who are going to take the interview of the applicants, when they compare the job in description list and compare the what quality sets that person has, and then accordingly decide whether that person is suitable for the job or not. Okay, next, it also clarifies who will report to whom. Okay, here when we say we require a manager, so he is going to report to whom? Who is going to report? The branch manager of the organization or of that particular branch. Okay, here it clarifies what that position will be and who is going to report to whom. Okay, in this we are going to decide. Suppose you want a blue collar labor, what is his duties? To perform the task, to perform the production task. Okay, so who is going to require? He is going to report. Who is going to report? To the project manager of that organization or to the branch production manager of that organization. Okay, so that is the purpose of job description, to let the person know that whether they are eligible for that job or not, to determine what kind of the responsibilities that person has to do if he gets that job, to the recruiting staff or to the people who are going to take interview, what kind of skill sets they should be looking for that people, for the person who is going to apply for it. And number 4, If the person is selected, he is going to know who is going to report, what is his position in that particular organization. Okay, next we'll study job specification. Job specification is a written statement of qualification, traits, physical and mental characteristics that an individual must possess to perform the job duties and discharge responsibilities effectively. It also includes general health, mental health, intelligence, aptitude, memory, judgment, leadership skills, emotional ability, adaptability, flexibility, values and ethics, manners and creativity, etc. So, like job description, job specification also is a statement. It is also a document which gives whatever specifications that we require in a person. Okay. ये job specification means what? The company is knowing what kind of job specification a person should have. So here what are we telling? We are telling about the personal characteristics the person should have, what qualification that person should have, what kind of traits that person should have, what kind of mental skills he should have, what kind of physical skills he should have, what kind of abilities that person should possess to be eligible for the job position. Okay, here let's take an example. Let's take example of army person. Okay, let's take, if you want to recruit the people in army, so there are list of job specifications given over there. Okay, what kind of height should be, what is ideal height, what is ideal weight, what is ideal body strength, what is ideal intelligence strength, that all are required for a person to go in the army or join as an army in the particular country. Okay, purpose of job specification, described on the basis of job description. Job specification helps candidates analyze whether they are eligible to apply for a particular job vacancy or not. In same like job description, here also the human resource gets to know that whether they are eligible for that job or not by reading the job specifications of or that particular post. Okay, it helps recruiting team of an organization understand what level of qualification, qualities and set of characteristics should be presented in the candidate to make him or her eligible for opening job. Here also recruiting persons understand what kind of skill sets and qualifications or personal qualities that person should have. Okay, next, job specifications gives the detailed information about job including job responsibilities, desired technical and physical skills, conversation ability, and much more. Okay, here not just job we are not here in this job specification, we are not talking just about job technically, we are talking here emotionally also, we are talking here physical skills also. Okay, when we talk about job specification, we are talking more about the human resource of that is going to be hired by the organization or who is willing to take the job of the organization. Okay, next, it helps in selecting the most appropriate candidate for the particular job. Here we are going to understand what kind of skill sets are required, what kind of qualities a person should have in order to fit for that particular job position. Okay, so this helps to get the most correct person for the organization. Next, we'll study difference between job description and job specification. Job description and job specification are very close and very similar to each other, but they also have a difference between both them. Okay, job analysis, and they both come under job analysis. Okay, job description means what? We are telling the description of job, what job title it would be, where it would be located, what would be the job summary, whom they are going to report, what would be the working conditions, what would be the job duties, what machines they are going to use, what kind of hazards they are going to have in an organization. Okay, let's take an example of blue collar employee. You want a person in production department. Okay, so job description means what kind of person is that? Is that a production head or is that a person who is actually going to do production? Okay, next, where is he going to perform his duties, in which branch, in which organization, in which city he is going to work. Next, what kind of job would be there, how many hours is going to do his job, what kind of technical skills that is going to be required for that job. Okay, next, whom he is going to report. Okay, after that, what will be the working conditions over there, means if there is that the organization having to have the ACE or proper ventilation or proper sanitization. Next, with what machines is he going to work. Okay, how many machines and which machines he is going to use, and what kind of risk are there regarding the machines that he is going to use. Okay, so this is about job description. Now we'll study job specification. Job specification, what all comes under job specification is qualification, experience, training, skills, responsibilities, emotional characteristics, sensory demands. Okay, so in job specification we are studying about the quality of the human resource that is going to be given a job or that is going to be placed. Okay, so what kind of qualification he or she should have, what kind of experience he should have, what kind of training he or she will get or he or she already has, what kind of skill sets that person is having, what kind of responsibilities that person will be getting, what kind of emotional characteristics that person should have, and what kind of sensory demands that person should be have. Let's continue with blue collar job and the person who is working in production. So what should be his qualification? That he should be at least basic school passed. Okay, at least he should have completed his 10th or 12th. Next, experience. Has he ever worked in the any organization before, or is a freshie allowed here or not? Okay, then training. Will the training be required for that place? Yes, the training will be required because the machineries are going to be new, and there is a need to introduce how the machine work and what kind of work that person has to do. Okay, next is skills. What kind of skills are required for working with those machineries? Okay, next, responsibility means what part of production is he going to function. Okay, if you see production part, there are many small, that is divided into small different parts. Okay, let's give me an example. Let's take an example of production of pen. So in production of pen, there are different types of working that is happening. Number one, the production of body plastic body that is happening. Number two, the production of rubber part that helps in holding a pen smoothly. Third, the refill production. Fourth, the ink production. Fifth, the nib production. Sixth, the cap production. Seventh, the tip closing and opening part of the pen body of the body of the pen. Okay, these are different kinds of different steps in that production. Okay, so your responsibility means what? Is he going to work in rubber department? Is he going to work in refill department? Is he going to work in the ink department? This is what he is exactly going to do. Okay, emotional characteristics. How emotional that person is to be required? Is he required to be there is no specific need for emotional characteristics, or there are needs for emotional characteristics. Okay, for a blue label person, there is no requirement for emotional intelligence, but when you are recruiting a human resource, it is necessary that a person has some emotional characteristics. He or she can see what the front person is suffering, or whether he or she can help in the personal problems of that person or not, or is it okay to help in that personal problems or not. This is the quality we need if we are looking for HR manager. Okay, next is sensory demands. Sensory demands mean what? How much strength he should have, how much hearing ability he or she should have, how much sight he or she should be have. Sensory demand is very important in blue collar labor because he is continuously working with production. In case he can't hear the voices properly, he may get hurt with the wrong things that happen in the organization, or with the mishaps that are happening in the organization or may happen in the organization. Okay, so after reading both of these charts, what we understand is job description means what? It is an overall summary where the person is going to work, how the working conditions would be there, what would be the summary of the job, who is he going to report, and all these things. And job specification means what kind of qualities we require in a human resource. Okay, in job description we are describing the job, and in job as specification we are describing the human resource that is going to fulfill the position of the job. Okay, thank you.